Today's Lenten devotion for Old Trinity Lutheran Church in downtown Columbus is for Saturday, March the 20th, and it's in a series called Ashes, and this is Ashes 32 out of what will be 40. It was 1982. A family asked me to visit the wife's brother, who was in the hospital. No one in the family had gone to visit him. It was kind of strange. And they all seemed to be very uneasy. And from what I could tell, they were weighed down with shame. And I said, of course, yeah, I'll go visit him. Let me know where to go. And I, figured all that out. The door on his room, when I got into the hospital and got up to his floor, was shut, and the windows leading into the room were covered over with paper so you couldn't see in. But there was a sign on the door that directed people who were going to be going in to go to the nurses' station. Now, I told them why I was visiting. They quickly robed me up fully. Wow. Yeah, the big gown, gloves that stretched over the gown, head covering, and directions were with, I had the face covering and the head covering, directions of how to dispose of everything when I got done with my visit. Wow. Well, across the large patient room was the bed containing a tiny young man. His face was covered with fear, and his reddened eyes were just gazing at me. I said, I was his sister's pastor. He started weeping. Body sores were everywhere. As I got closer, I could see them. The sores in his mouth made my mouth hurt. He was able to tell me a bit of his story, and you could tell it was painful for him to even be saying things. And I stopped him, and I took off my gloves and put them to the side. And I did what I always do with people who are ill or burdened. I laid my hands on his head to pray. Before my words hit the air, he wept, a body shaking, weeping. I prayed. Before I left him, I told him I'll talk to his sister and that I will be back. AIDS, unknown to me back then, does not wait for people to return. Ashes to ashes.